So, the next awakening I'd like to share with you. It wasn't so much a singular awakening like the other ones that I've spoken about. It's more of one that just has been evolving along many steps of the path. Um, and that is that you can't make a wrong choice on the spiritual path. Like, there's no wrong. Um, because anything that happens in your life, it gives you the opportunity to grow. There's always that opportunity is there to learn and transcend yourself and become more. um, and so the the certain choices in my life that I can see how, it could be perceived like I you could say it was a choice, um, but it was also a natural inclination that um, I led a homosexual life, but it was, I did have to make a choice regarding that because there was very much, a big pressure from society that, it was the wrong way to live. That, I was definitely always going to be on the outer with choosing to be homosexual, from the era that I came from. And so, it was kind of difficult for me to follow that, but, it just felt like it honestly just felt like, it was my natural inclination at the time. And I had to I had to follow my heart, which said, this is what I want. And it just took me on a path that, where I just learned and experienced what I needed to learn and experience. I, went through quite a series of many karmic relationships, and there was much to learn there. It wasn't easy, but, it provided me with this opportunity to learn and grow. I also made the choice to, I drank a lot of alcohol in my younger years, and smoked pot and everything, and that was my choice. You could say it was a wrong choice, but it gave me the opportunity to get, once I got to the other side and realize, I don't need this in my life anymore. I don't want to sort of take away from cover up my energy field and influence my energy field with these toxins and everything like that. They just simply don't serve the highest good of the self. It just gave me an opportunity to be able to look back and to see how it affected my life, why I was choosing to do it, how it was just never going to work because, that it was basically I was trying to escape the pain, the trauma that, I was experiencing in my life. And so, it didn't actually allow me to escape. It was just, the trauma was always going to be there. Like, it just gives you a bit of temporary relief, but you got to face yourself sooner or later. um so, there's many sort of things that have happened through life where, I've made a choice, and some choices I really was not happy about. I could say I regret them, but I don't. Like, it was just like I made a mistake. I learnt from it immediately. If it was something I really did not like, I learnt from it immediately and just changed my course. So, um, that's pretty simply it's a very short video, but yeah, that's the awakening that, you cannot make a mistake. Religion, it it gives you this image, it gives you this, it sells the mindset that there is right and wrong. There are, things that you do to get yourself to heaven, and there are all the sins that will commit you, means you won't be going to heaven, and maybe even go to hell if you're Catholic. But so you'll be punished for it, and it's just not true. And when you when, if you can make peace with yourself, then you can actually step back. It helps you, it helps me, it helps anyone to realize, like, the choices that seem so wrong being made by people in the world. When you look on the world stage currently, there's some pretty outrageous things happening, shocking things happening. But if you just step back and look and just realize that the choices these people are making, it's giving them an opportunity, take it or leave it, but it gives them an opportunity to grow. It's that everyone is being given a lesson with, whether it's just a mindset or an action that they take or whatever. You realize, people are free to choose this. It's essentially, it's free will. So if you can accept your own free will and how, you know, I've wielded it to the best I could, but it's all given me an opportunity to move forward in life. And I took as long as I needed, this through many lifetimes, not just this lifetime. I did hit a point where it was like, okay, I really need to radically sort of, get myself on the path. I can't fluff around any longer. But you realize that, there are some people, and they're free to choose what they will and everything. And if we cut them free to sort of be like, okay, I'm not going to be the one who decides whether what you're doing is wrong or right or anything, but I'm free to live my life and just trust that, hopefully their path will take them back to themselves eventually. Obviously, in most cases, it's going to take them quite a few lifetimes to, resolve everything and work through the karma. But it's all doable, it's all doable. We've got time to get there and everything. So there you go. Follow your heart, follow your path. There's no wrong choice.